This is lap number 12. I think Phil eventually does pass me up the road here. So I was going to let Phil go right there after that last hack on that last corner, but I was kind of waiting for him to come by me there, but I didn't do that. So, but I think eventually here he keeps it tight. It's within that 1 second, so he'll go DRS here. At this point, I'm looking for the curves, I believe, and then I hit the curves, as you can see, but I can't hold them off. I actually do hold them off one more lap, I think. I think it's the next lap here that he finally gets me on the straightaway, but nice effort by yours truly, but again, stop it here for a second. Chop it right there. All right. Again, you are watching this replay on was recorded through Afterburn, and of course re-rendering the video here on Camtasia. Wasn't bad right there. Yeah, I seem to struggle in that that quick left-right-hander combination there. Okay, here we're -1 on the fuel here, so I think at this point I think I was still running rich, so I have to dial it back, I believe. So here we are on lap 14 of 29 laps, and we're doing a 50% race here. I actually go to the fuel map here and go to lean because I realize I want to. If I go -2 laps, I won't catch up. So I have some experience with that last year, so it's nice to know I can learn from my mistakes, and need to stay in a lean position here. Because at that point, I'm sure Phil gets the information and realizes he's going to get me right here. Not this lap, I think it's the next lap. Okay, so some guys are in the pits right here, and I move up to 4th here. 19 seconds back from Michael, and then of course Phil's right behind me. Which, you know, not too bad. I mean, last year I finished 7th overall. I had some close racing with Skelly Telly, although he's not in this particular league this year. But every race I need to be doing, of course, 7th or better is of course the goal, and of course part of it's trying to be a little more aggressive. I think obviously me driving off the track on the first lap there didn't help. And looks like the machine's stuttering here. Let me stop it for a second. Okay, let's see if that caught up here a little bit. Again, lap 15 here, just waiting. We'll forward the tape here. I'm trying to get these videos down to like 15 minutes, but I can't seem to do that. Okay, I think the next scheduled lap was at 16 laps. So at this point here, I'm thinking to myself, do I just pit and get out of his way, because I'm not really pulling away from him, and then I think, well, no, stay out. Here, I drive off the grass here a little bit, drive off the course, and of course I think to myself, since I'm not able to get a gap on Phil, that every second I stay out on these option tires, it's just going to get worse. Yeah, then I'm not lapping any faster. So at this point, I think I realized I probably should go for the pits already. But I think what I do is I end up staying out one more lap past when I should, and at that point, my tires are sort of graded. I think that kind of hurting my own cause there. Yeah, sometimes the strategy. Sometimes the strategy is, of course, you try to pit. You come up with your scheduled pit stop, and of course, I'm just using a default pit stop and just deciding on the fly what to do, and maybe that is the wrong approach, although ultimately, if you can stay out in front of your competitors, of course we know you can typically do 8 to 10, maybe 12 laps on the options, although you're kind of pushing it. But definitely lost some time on that first corner drive off. That didn't help the situation. Let's get a little chop here now. And here I go wide. I think I was actually thinking of going in there, then I think the car didn't take the corner very well, so I ended up doing one more lap here, and then Phil finally gets away here. Almost drive off deep there. Watch how quickly he gaps me here. Because I think that was one of the forum questions with regards, do you think when you're driving? And I'm always trying to think when I'm driving. The problem is maybe that's not the fast way to do it. Although I think it's okay to be a thinking driver. I think in the end, sometimes you're thinking too much. You forget to keep your roll speed up in the corners and keep that gas pedal down. Yeah, definitely holding Phil up there, so. Look at the gap he opened up on me. So he's definitely running faster. At that point, I realized I need to stop. And I think even at this point, I realized I should have stopped. As soon as he reeled me in, I should have pulled it over and went over to the primes. I think I was doing option prime. Now, after, of course, we're doing this review at the end of the race here, so without giving it away, one person I was watching as well was Disco Potato there, and Eric, and he was in 7th there, and I think he must be passing. He must be right here now. Yeah, so he jumps into 6th there. I think Eric was running a primes options because he had an excellent drive tonight here too. Although you always look at the qualifying times and sometimes think you're actually going to outrace somebody because you're faster on a qualifier, but not necessarily true. So I guess that's why we do the race instead of just giving points for qualifying. So you got to do the race. A lot of things can happen. I was surprised to see him sitting there. Although I think he was one of the guys that was sitting in turn 1 with an accident with John Robb, I think. So I just faded a little bit there and hit that wall, and then that cost me. That was at least 10 seconds right there, which certainly could come into play.
How'd you crash?
As Corey and I were talking on the private channel, it could have came into play because John Robb was definitely closing on me, and he was within a couple of seconds, I think, at the end, which we'll see here in a bit, and that really could have cost me right there. So I don't think it would have made a difference between Phil, but. I think I finished, I think for me, I think the best result is what I got here today. I think Eric, Disco Potato, probably had the better ride. Phil had a great drive. Moogles probably got a little bit, Moogles certainly didn't finish, I think, where he expected to finish. But part of it, I think, with racing accidents and, of course, some driver error, perhaps, but we'll count Moogles out for the overall.
10th place is way behind me,
so Corey's just confirming. I feel a little upset that I kind of maybe my race was over at that point, although I don't think I was really closing. I don't think I was really closing on anybody, frankly, so it might not make a difference. But yeah, right, you got to make sure you keep your eyes to the right, and you turn that wheel to the right. All right, so there it is. That's about lap 20 here, and I think at this point we'll just go ahead and speed up for time's sake here. Lap 21. There's John Robb. I see John Robb, and he's 15 seconds back, so I'm thinking no problem there. Moogles is 13 seconds. Again, started 8th, qualified 8th. If I finish 8th or better, that gives that meets my objective. But in the end, you like to do as good as you can for the points. We'll go back to lap 22. There's John Robb at 15.4 seconds back. There's Disco Potato at 6th. And I thought for some reason I could reel him in, but boy, he was on a flyer here because Originally I was pulling, watch this, look at 10 seconds behind Disco. And I thought in the opening laps I was pulling away from him, so I thought, oh, I should be able to reel him in. But then I realized, well, it's a second a lap. I have 7 laps to go. Probably not going to do it. Because it's supposed to be just on corners only, but you can see a lot of corners here. But trying to just stay out in front of John Robb at this point, and trying to reel in Disco, but he's pulling time out of me, so I just realized, and I'm on primes at this point. And of course I'm thinking maybe he's on options, because boy is he going fast. That's what I was thinking to myself. So here we are, lap 23. Let's speed this up here. 16 seconds, he's taking more time out of me. 24.
Sorry about that.
There's Drunken Kimmy, yeah, no problem there. Yeah, for the new guys, it's always best just to, you don't necessarily have to pull over, just maintain your line. Usually we'll adjust our speed. Although obviously if you get a blue flag, you're supposed to kind of yield the position. But yeah, sometimes you end up making a move, and then we're already trying to make a move on you. You're better off just staying in the racing line and let us take an offensive move against your position. That's sometimes the best strategy. And it's just kind of strange when you're racing and people are passing you and you're kind of running out of your rearview mirror more than you are running out of the front windshield. So, a good effort by the new guys, and welcome again to the league. So here we'll speed it ahead here at lap 28. Now look at John Robb is right behind me, and I think what's happening is Pink Tank, the leader, is starting to catch the field. I think it was the last guy to actually finish in the lead lap here, which isn't too bad actually. So I had a drive off and one crash here. Yeah, right there, someone's making the move on me, and I'm not sure who that is. That might have been John Robb right there, and that would have been his chance. We were talking at the end of the race, and I think he had one chance to do it, and he backed out of it, and that might have been it.
Come on, man.
No, that would have been John Robb back there, so I'm not sure. Maybe this was Pink Tank here. I guess I'll have to hear for the comments. Yeah, he's 5 seconds back. John Robb is. So if I hit this corner, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000. I'm not sure who that was.
Sorry.
Yeah, that might be Pink Tank just kind of laying low here. I'm not quite sure. So if that is Pink Tank, thanks. Although I think he only had a 3-second buffer between him and
Tell you what, if I didn't get stuck behind Copper, I might have been up there with Real Ron.
VR. Yeah, and of course Corey just saying they got stuck behind. Yeah, that's a problem. If you get up as a lower guy, you really have to dispose of them quickly, otherwise they hold you up. And I know I think Phil did a great job too, and I did my darndest to hold them off. But just impressive driving by Phil and Eric. Drive out the track here. Yeah, I wonder if that was Pink Tank or that was John Robb. I'm not sure who that was. But anyways, that is the race here. Melbourne, the first race of the season. And of course, there is the finish here.
Did you actually make up spots?
Yeah, I got pushed off by lap traffic. I probably would have been able to get at one of you two. Because we're...
Unless that was Corey, I'm not sure who that was. I guess we'll find out in the video. But that is the order here.
Good race,
And congratulations to Pink Tank.
Great job, Troy.
There's your top 3. There's your next 3. Of course, I got 6th here, so I got 8 points here. Corey, I think the best ride here was probably Disco Potato and Phil. It was excellent riding here. Mugo's got a little bit taken out, I think, from racing accidents and something about that cone. But ultimately is race 1 out of a 20-race series here, so a lot of room to make up. And there's the finishings there. So that is a wrap here. So until next time, everybody, have a great day. Thanks for listening.